In today's video, I'll be fixing this aerial battery.
This is a device that the battery will be going on.
The customer said that he can't charge the battery, so we'll have to see that if there's an issue with the BMS, with the cells. The battery is from 2016, so it is very old. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is remove all of the screws. The battery has little tabs like this on top of the screws, like here, as you can see, it's all covered. Just take a little screwdriver and take them out. And inside of here there are screws. Just unscrew them. Alright, so I'm going to take out all the screws now so we don't lose any whilst we're in the process. From the wiring over here, it looks like the BMS has a separate port for charging. This is probably the charging port over here, this black one and this red one. Alright, let's unwrap this pack. Alright, so once we have the battery unpacked, let's take our multimeter out and see what voltage the main discharge ports are. 2 volts. At this point I was starting to measure the voltage of each cell group, and I opened up the battery and it turned out that the cells were already grinded down, which means that someone was repairing this battery in the past. I took out some of the cells and it turned out that the capacity of the cells was way below the rated capacity of the cells. I let know the customer of the things that I discovered, and I told him that I can just build him a completely new battery with a new BMS with Bluetooth and completely new grade A cells, and he agreed. So let's start with doing that now. We have the printer working on the cell holders for the battery. We have 15% done, around 5 hours left to go. Alright, so we have all the parts now printed out. Let's take them off the printer. Let's test fit them in the battery case and put in the cells. Alright, so this is the cell layout that I'll be using for the battery. So this is the BMS that we'll be using. You can do 20 amp continuous. We'll have it over here like this. Sorry, wrong side, like this. And we have the balancing leads going on top like this. The main discharge cables will be going here to the cells, and this one is the main one. First thing we're going to do is test all the cells with a multimeter before putting them in, and we're going to add a piece of fish paper on the rings here just for an extra layer of insulation. Alright, so once you have the cells in the cell holder, I'm going to start cutting out the connections from pure copper strips. This strip is 2mm thick, and I'm going to have to cut out strips like this and like this. So I'm just going to cut out a ton of these, and then I'm going to start spot welding the battery. Alright, so once you have one side of the battery ready, I'm going to add a blob of solder on all of the series connections and then cover everything up with Kapton tape. So let's do that now. Let me turn on my soldering iron and let's add a blob of solder on every series connection. Alright, so we have everything done now. Now let's just cover everything up with Captain Tape. Alright, so the battery is now covered up. Let's turn it around and let's start working on this side. On this side you need to be more careful now because you can create a short circuit, so you have to watch out for that now. Let's start. I'm not sure we have enough strips ready, but we'll just cut more if we need them. Alright, so once you have the battery fully spot welded, the next step is going to be mounting the BMS. The BMS is going to be like this. It's a very tight spot, so it's going to be hanging out a little bit, but it will fit in the case without any issues this way. We're going to add a layer of fiberglass here and a layer of fish paper on top of the BMS, just for a layer of insulation so that there is no possible way of a short circuit happening. This is the tape I'm going to be using. It's very thick, so it's perfect for applications like these. Okay, nice. Now it's fully wrapped around. It's way more secure, insulated. So now we're going to add a layer of fish paper on top of the BMS. There's a plastic board here, but the screws are still metal, so we don't want them to poke through. Alright, so now it's ready. We can glue the BMS on top of here. The main negative is going to go like this onto the cell. Balancing cables here. And we're going to just put the BMS away for a second and just use tape to just tape it on just for the time when we're connecting all of them. So let me take some tape. If you're doing this for the first time, you're probably wondering why you can't just plug it in to the BMS and just connect it when it's already plugged in. I wouldn't do that because if you mess up one connection, the board will be fried for 99%. So do not risk it. Just take this extra step just to make sure you don't fry the BMS, because then you have to wait for a new one and it's just not worth it. Alright, so once you have it in place, you have to look up the diagram for wiring up the BMS. This first wire is going to go to the battery negative. The second one is going across, and so on. The third one is going to on this side. Alright, so boom, this one goes there, this one comes here. You just need to do this first, and then after you cut them, just make sure that you didn't miss any cables, because you can mess this up very easily. All you need is one cable to go into the wrong place and then you have it wrong. Just make sure you place them down so that at the beginning they don't just go over each other, right? Alright, so the battery is now fully connected with the BMS. The BMS doesn't stick well, so I'm going to just add a piece of fiberglass tape on the top to just place it in place. This is on this side. I already added some double-sided tape to add fish paper on. The connections don't look the best, but it's all nicely sealed, so there's no impact on this side anyway, so it doesn't matter really. I'm going to add a piece of fish paper on top and it's going to be nicely covered. The BMS, as you can see, stands out a little bit because the case only allows this much, but the BMS can go out a little bit over. So I am going to add some fish paper here and just cover it up nicely so that there's no issues. It's going to be in a plastic case, so this battery just needs to work and not have any more damages. Also, here is the main positive. I'm just going to solder the main positive once it's in the case already. And the two wires for the switch are on the other side. There's a switch built into the BMS over here, these two pins. Just connect the two pins to the switch in the case there to the wires, and that will work. Just make sure you enable the switch in the Bluetooth app, because normally from the factory the switch is off, and once you enable it in the app, that's when it will be on. So remember about that. This is the main negative. I'm just going to solder it to the main pin, and the charging cables are this one and the normal positive. On the old battery there were separate connections for the charging ports. On this BMS it's a multi-port, so you can just connect the charging cables instantly to the main discharge cables as well, so it's way easier. So the next step will be just covering it up, and the battery is ready. Let's do that. Alright, so the battery is now in the case, and it is moving a little bit since there is a little bit of space from side here and from the top. So I'm going to add a little bit of foam on this side so that it doesn't move at all. I checked the case from the top and it's sealed in there very tightly from the top, so it won't move when we just add a little bit of foam from this side. This is the main positive. Just solder the main positive there. Main negative is going out from here. Just solder it there. And these two wires are for the switch. The switch cables are going out from here. So that's all we have to do now. Just solder these and just add some foam, and that is how the pack will be in the case. Alright, so we have foam added from the bottom and the top. So now it's fully secure. It's barely moving. It's very good now. So now the last things are just connecting the cables. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse from it and show you guys how I do it.
This is how the battery looks after finishing, just like the original one, but with 20 amp hours of capacity. The original battery had only 16, so you can do way more range on this battery now. And it also comes with a Bluetooth BMS. This is how it looks on your phone. The voltage difference is at 0.003. This battery will last for the next couple of years without any issues. If you're looking for a custom battery for your e-bike, for your electric motorbike, make sure to message me on WhatsApp on this phone number on the screen right now. You can also like and subscribe. That will really help me out. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.